Question, there are many ways which we can form the questions and of course how we solve it. So let's see some examples. The first and the simplest, I would say, is what we call a observation type of hunt question. Okay, in an observation type question, what you have to do is just observe and find the answer. Okay, obviously because it's so easy, the answers are usually very small. Alright, for example, the question can go where the legend begins. That's all. Right? And as you're walking in a sector, maybe you saw this signboard, and if you look closely, you see this, and the tagline there, where the legend begins. Okay? So your answer is Pejabat Urusan Jualan Langsung Buffalo. That's the name of business, part business. You don't have to draw the bull. No need. Okay, no points given if you draw that too. Do you have to write down dimiliki oleh so on and so forth? Not necessary. Okay, you want to write, no, we don't penalize you, but you don't have to write. Alright, always play safe by writing a business and type business name. Okay, next, knowledge. As we mentioned, good general knowledge will be very helpful. Right, this one sample knowledge question. Owned by Romeo's love interest, and we all know it's Romeo and Juliet, so it's easy. Until Juliet Garden Catholic. Okay, easy one. Definition. This is by far the more common type of hunt question, where we play with synonyms, words or letters of similar meanings. Alright? One example. Two animals get together to study here. Alright? So you walk around, maybe you see this sign. Wolf and ram, that's right. Alright? Two animals get together to study here, because to study is also to research. Okay, so sometimes when you see study, some of you might jump to the conclusion it has to be a tuition center. It could be, but in this case it's not. Alright, so you really have to keep your mind open. Alright? Another example, part of the city that is not yet confirmed. Okay? I think some of you, when you saw this, you'll be inclined to whip out your Google and start Googling the answer. I can guarantee you cannot find the answer. Alright? Because it's with sometimes we use general knowledge, but in this case, it's an example of how you have to look at the question in parts for treasure. Alright, we join two clues together to form a full sentence. So one part you want to look at is something that is not yet confirmed. Alright, when something is not yet confirmed, what do you say? It is? Unconfirmed. That's one way. That can be KIV, right?
Yeah.
Work in progress. What's that word that starts with P?
Pending.
That is right.
Pending.
Okay. This one fulfills the first part of the city, part of the Kuching city. Those of you from East Malaysia, you know. Pending is part of Kuching city. Okay, that's how you work in together. So usually in treasure, you have to try to work everything in. If you solve one part, but the other part is hanging there, very obviously, then obviously you haven't solved the full answer yet. Okay, so this is what we want. Pending is the answer. Pending. Another one. 3 months before 9/11. 3 months before 9/11, we are obviously talking about dates. And the date we want is? It is not 7/11, it is 6/11, right? 6/11, so that's 11th of June, correct? That is the answer. Okay? For those who haven't exclaimed, oh, why? June, of course, obviously is June, alright? J-U-N, you the spelling. Xi, as we know from Roman numerals, X is 10, I is 1, together is 11. There we go, June 11. Okay, we love Roman numerals in Trinidad because of the interchangeability with letters. Okay, so of course, after a while, if you experience Trinidad consistently, you'll know all the L's are 50s, the C's 100s, so on and so forth. Okay, so those are your example of synonyms, definition clues, which we'll use quite a bit. Now, sounds like this is where we enter the realm of technical treasure. Why I mean technical is because this type of questions require keywords, alright, for us to form. So the hint for you is to identify those keywords and then you do the corresponding decoding. Alright, so for sounds like we're working with homonyms. It sounds like what we want, but it doesn't spell correctly. Okay? So the keywords are words that like I hear, she says, he sings, verbs that are related to sound. Okay? So then when you see that, you just do the corresponding action. So for example, sounds like they are asking you to rush. Okay? So very obviously sounds like is a clue there, so it's telling you it sounds like question. Now when they're asking you to rush is also to what? The Chinese say fight it lah, or what? Cepat, or what English we have? Push. Faster, or there's one word that's called maybe like this. right? Hurry, right? Hey, hurry, hurry. So the answer is hurry. Hurry, hurry. Okay, so that's what we want. Sounds like hurry, hurry. Restaurant, hurry, hurry. What else you got? Sounds like this could be your comment on this hunt thus far if you are doing well. Okay, so this one you're gonna see the answer, then you know lah. It is so far so good. Okay, we're doing well, so far so good. Alright? There we go. Another one. Look back. Okay, look back. Look back to see a Japanese word now. When look back is the, remember your backtracking? Same thing. You just reverse the spelling. So it has its own set of keywords. Any words that denotes a reversal of direction, then you just reverse the spelling, that's all. Now when it comes to look back, it's also applicable not just backwards, it also can be upwards, can be downwards. You can play around. Alright, you just have to identify how it's coded, then you just have to decode it accordingly. Alright, so in this case, look back to see a Japanese soap. A Japanese soap is? So look back again. There you go. Very good. Okay, Osin. Simple. Okay, very easy. Okay, initials and acrostics. This is a fun one. We play around, obviously you can tell, initials, so we're playing with first letters. Okay, so the keywords are anything that denotes the first, like the first, the leaders of, the heads of, kepalanya, you know, these words kind of hint you to take the first, then what you do is just take the first letter to form the answer. Okay, straightforward. Now, for example, initially Kampung ingredients naturally ground to treat you well here. Very long question. Kampung ingredients, all these don't make sense until you see initially. Alright? So it's hinting to initially, this is an initial question, you take the initials of Kampung ingredients naturally ground, you get king. Alright? And why treat you well? Because it's a clinic. Okay, so remember, hand clues, not all, but where we have to try to tie everything in together. Okay, so if you see king that is auto shop, king auto shop, right? It doesn't treat you, it treats your car. So then the same sector as clean king, so king auto shop is wrong, clean king is correct. That's how we're gonna share answers. Okay. Next one, anagrams. Okay, this is tricky. Right, anagrams mostly for newcomers. For those who are more regular, once you get used to the rhythm of this question, it's going to be quite easy. Now, why it's challenging is because of two reasons. One is, unlike say look back, all right, just reverse direction, you only get one possibility. For anagram, there are a lot more possibilities. All right, what you have to do is rearrange the spelling to get the answer we want. So the word Elvis, you get vowels, evil, so on and so forth. Okay, that's one. Secondly, on a tougher level anagram question, the keyword can be very well hidden, very broad, because any word that denotes uncertainty, that is not firm, that allows you to change the order of things, that can be your anagram keyword. All right, the easy keywords can be like rearrange, respell, resort, arrange, you know, things like that. Obviously, you know, you have to arrange it or mix it up, then just arrange it. To very, how do I put it, well hidden keywords such as perhaps, could be, maybe, kemungkinan. Because not confirmed, therefore you can rearrange it. Those are your possible anagram keywords. But for this Saturday, we won't be using any of the tough one. It'll be quite straightforward. Okay? So an example of anagram question, it must change for an arena for drinks. So your anagram keyword is? What's your keyword for anagram here? It is change, right? It requires a change of spelling. So you know, change what? It must. Okay, in this case, of course, we hyphenate for you. Not hyphenate, we thunder for you already. So you know you have to change that. In come this Saturday, we're not going to do that. So you got to identify what to rearrange. So it takes a bit of experiment. Okay, so take it must. You rearrange the spelling and you get another word that also means arena. What do you think the answer is?
Stadium.
Very good. Wow, the answer's coming from there. Huh? It must get stadium. Now, arena for drinks because stadium, sports, bar. Okay, so where is drink? So everything will tie in at the end of it. Alright? Now, some more examples that are fun. You see the answer, you know that's. You see the question, you see the answer, you know that's it. Okay, so it is unlikely you see what you're eating here because usually it is. You cannot see usually because it is dark. There you go. There's good luck. Alright, cannot see. Eating restaurant. There you go. Okay, it always lies in. One who won't say no to his superior. When you don't say no, you say yes, superior is your boss. Yes, boss. So simple. Okay, these are all your fun questions. No problem, man. A blind manager because boss is a manager, no IC, hence blind, literally. Okay? I think I have one more. They say it isn't there, but it is. You have to see the answer. Okay, playing a paradox here. Alright? So, now last one before we let you go. Safety. Very, very important. We have 150 people joining this race, and we do expect or hope that 150 will come back. Okay, one piece. Alright, so of course it relies on everyone to be on their lookout come this Saturday. The first thing is, of course, safety really starts with you. When it comes to trail run, this one I cannot stress enough. Because we have done this many times over the years. There's 1 year, I think it's like 4 or 5 years back, when New Central was just opening. Okay, we like to bring people to Brickfields area because there's a very wide sidewalk, nice signboards there too. So that's one sector we're covering. But because New Central hasn't really opened up, so they actually block people from coming there. But one of our participants decided to think out of the box, try and get a better vantage point and cross the road to the other side and start looking for answers from that side. Now there's a reason why I block it up, because they haven't covered their drain holes yet. Alright? Now for those who are taking my treasure hunt, you know how it is when you are in the treasure hunt mode, your eyes are not where you're walking, your eyes are on the signboards. So this girl, she was there, she was walking, she walked right into that hole. The hole's a big one, it's not small, a big hole. But good thing is she managed to catch herself before she went all the way through. She's pretty tall, she's almost the same height as Brian there. Alright? She caught with her arm, yet her legs are still dangling. Okay, I don't know how deep the hole goes. So that's just one example of looking out for yourself, because you know where you're walking, only you know. Okay, so please watch out where you're going, because sometimes it's not the whole simple imbalance in the floor, and there you go, your legs are gone for the next 3 months. Okay, so watch where you're going. Then the other, please take the safe way. Okay, there'll be quite a amount of roads that you may have to cross, so please cross safely. I know we're all Malaysians here. We don't fine you for jaywalking. Okay, but if you're gonna have to cross the road, please cross safely. Okay, or use the pedestrian bridge where you can. The last one is please look out for one another. Okay, because